This man loves you so much, but he has another woman who. My beloved child, don't skip this, because what I'm about to say is not ordinary, not common, and not meant for everyone. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There is a man who thinks about you more than you realize. He notices your silence, your strength, your tired smiles. He loves you deeply, in a way he has never loved anyone before. But there is a secret layered beneath his feelings, something he has been hiding even from himself. Every time your name appears in his mind, his heart reacts before his logic does. He tells himself to stay calm, to stay distant, to stay where he is, yet something keeps pulling him back to you. Don't skip now, because this is where the truth starts unfolding. This connection didn't happen by accident. It wasn't random. It wasn't temporary. It was slow, intense, and intentional. He sees you as comfort, as safety, as something real in a world that feels fake to him. And yet, there is another woman in the picture, and that changes everything. Stay till the end, because what you're about to hear will explain why he acts confused, why he hesitates, and why he hasn't walked away from you even when he tried. Don't skip, because this is important. The other woman is not who you think she is. She is not the love of his life, not the one who understands his soul. She represents familiarity, routine, obligation, and expectations. With her, his life is predictable. With you, his life feels alive. That's the difference he struggles to admit. He doesn't laugh the same way with her. He doesn't dream the same way with her. He doesn't feel seen the way he feels when he thinks of you. And this is what creates the silent war inside him. One part of him wants to do what looks right on the surface. The other part wants to follow what feels right in his heart. Don't skip now, because this is where the shock comes in. He compares everyone to you, even when he pretends not to. Your words echo in his mind when he's with her. Your presence lingers even when you're not there. He knows deep down that what he feels for you is rare, once in a lifetime, the kind of connection people search for their entire lives and never find. And that scares him. It scares him because choosing you would mean changing everything he knows. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Here's the part most people never tell you. His silence is not rejection. His distance is not disinterest. It is fear. Fear of losing comfort. Fear of judgment. Fear of making the wrong decision. He is standing at a crossroads, and both paths feel heavy. One path keeps his life stable but empty. The other path feels uncertain but real. And you are the reason his heart refuses to stay quiet. Don't skip, because this is the truth you deserve. He hasn't moved forward because he hasn't yet found the courage to let go of what no longer fulfills him. But something is shifting. Slowly. Quietly. Internally. He is starting to realize that loving you while holding on to another life is tearing him apart. And the moment he accepts that truth, everything will change. Stay till the end of this journey, because what comes next will reveal what decision he is moving toward. And why you were never just an option in his story. Listen carefully now, don't skip even 1 second. Because this is where everything becomes intense. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. You might be wondering why this man hasn't chosen you openly, why his actions feel powerful one moment and confusing the next. The truth is, he is emotionally tied to you in ways he never expected. You didn't force this connection. You didn't chase it. It grew quietly, deeply, and naturally. Every time he tries to pull away, something inside him collapses. He tells himself to be loyal to the life he already has, yet his heart keeps returning to you without permission. Don't skip now, because this is not about drama, this is about reality. He doesn't love you lightly. He loves you in silence, in restraint, in thoughts he never says out loud. And that makes it heavier than loud promises. You are the one he thinks about when the noise fades. You are the one who appears in his mind when he asks himself what happiness really feels like. Stay till the end, because what you're about to hear explains why this connection refuses to die. Don't skip, because this part is shocking. The other woman senses something is wrong, even if she doesn't know your name. She feels the emotional distance. She feels the missing spark. And that creates pressure on him. He is pulled in two directions, not by love versus love, but by comfort versus truth. With her, he plays a role. With you, he feels real. That's the difference he can't ignore anymore. Stay till the end, because this is important. He has tried to convince himself that feelings fade, that time will fix this, that distance will make you forgettable. But the opposite keeps happening. The more he resists, the stronger this connection becomes. You are not a distraction in his life. You are the question he avoids answering. Don't skip now, because this is once-in-a-lifetime information. Very few people ever experience a connection that forces them to reevaluate their entire life. And you are that turning point for him. If this message is resonating with you, pause for 1 second and show your support. Like this video, share it with someone who needs clarity, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Stay till the end, because the next revelation changes everything. Something huge is waiting for you, so don't skip. Here is the truth he hasn't said yet. He knows a decision is coming. He knows this situation cannot stay hidden forever. And deep down, he knows that living half-truths is costing him peace. He feels guilt with her and longing for you at the same time, and that emotional conflict is exhausting him. You didn't imagine this bond. You didn't misread the signs. You didn't feel something that wasn't real. This connection was meant to wake him up, not to keep him trapped. Stay till the end of this journey, because what comes next will reveal whether he chooses courage or comfort. One thing is certain, you were never a mistake, never a coincidence, and never someone he could easily replace. Don't skip the next part, because the moment of truth is closer than he wants to admit, and when it arrives, everything you've been feeling will finally make sense. Don't skip now. Stay with me, because this is where the hidden truth starts breathing. Something huge is waiting for you at the end. Right now, this man is fighting a silent battle you cannot see. On the outside, he looks calm, controlled, and normal. On the inside, his thoughts are loud, restless, and emotional. Every time he tries to convince himself that you are just a passing chapter, his heart refuses to agree. He replays moments, conversations, and feelings that were never supposed to matter this much. And that's what scares him. Don't skip, because this is important. You didn't enter his life to be temporary. You entered to challenge everything he thought he knew about love. He realizes that what he feels for you is not convenient, but it is honest. And honesty has a way of disrupting comfortable lies. Stay till the end, because what you're about to understand will explain why his energy changes, why his eyes search even when you're not there, and why your absence affects him more than your presence ever could. Don't skip now, because this part is intense. He is starting to see the difference between attachment and connection. With the other woman, there is history, routine, and expectation. With you, there is depth, emotion, and truth. That realization doesn't come easily. It hits slowly, then all at once. He notices how empty conversations feel elsewhere and how meaningful even silence feels with you. That contrast is impossible to ignore. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. He asks himself late at night why your words stay with him longer than anyone else's. Why your absence creates a heaviness he can't explain. Why the thought of losing you feels more painful than the thought of disappointing others. Don't skip, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime realization. He is waking up to the fact that love isn't about what looks right, but about what feels true. And you represent a truth he can no longer silence. This is why he hasn't walked away. This is why he hasn't moved on. This is why the connection keeps resurfacing no matter how hard he tries to bury it. Stay till the end, because this is the moment everything shifts. He is beginning to understand that delaying a decision is also a decision, and it's costing him peace. The weight of choosing comfort over authenticity is getting heavier by the day. Don't skip now. He knows that continuing like this will only create regret, and regret is something he fears more than change. You didn't come into his life to compete with anyone. You came to reveal what was missing. And once someone sees that truth, they can't unsee it. Something huge is waiting for you, because this story is not about confusion anymore, it's about clarity approaching. Whether he admits it out loud or not, he knows that the bond he shares with you is rare, powerful, and real. And when a connection reaches that level, it demands a choice. Stay till the end of this journey, because the next step will reveal what happens when feelings can no longer stay hidden and hearts are forced to speak honestly. Don't skip now. This is the most critical moment of the entire story. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Everything you felt up to this point was leading here. This man is no longer confused the way he was before. Something inside him has shifted, quietly but permanently. He has started to imagine a future, and every time he does, one truth keeps surfacing again and again. It's you. Not because it's easy. Not because it's safe. But because it's real. He is realizing that living without honesty is slowly draining him. He smiles in public, but inside he feels incomplete. And that feeling grows stronger each time he thinks about what life would look like if he never chose courage. Don't skip, because this is important. He knows now that loving two paths at once only leads to emptiness. One path keeps him accepted by the world. The other gives him peace within himself. And for the first time, he is questioning which one truly matters. Stay till the end, because this realization doesn't come to everyone, and when it does, it changes everything. Don't skip now, because this part is shocking. He has started pulling away emotionally from the life he once defended. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But internally. He notices the silence growing heavier, the conversations feeling hollow, the connection fading where it once existed. And in that emptiness, your presence becomes clearer than ever. Something huge is waiting for you, because he is beginning to understand that staying where he is would mean losing himself. And losing himself feels more frightening than disappointing others. Stay till the end, because this is where your power lies. You didn't demand anything. You didn't force a choice. You simply existed as your authentic self, and that alone changed him. That's rare. That's once in a lifetime. If this message is touching something deep inside you, take a moment right now. Like this video, share it with someone who needs clarity, comment your thoughts, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Don't skip, because the end carries the truth you've been waiting for. Something huge is waiting for you, so stay with me. Here is the final truth of this chapter. He knows that a decision is no longer optional. Time has made that clear. Avoidance has stopped working. Silence has stopped protecting him. And pretending has started hurting more than honesty ever could. You were never meant to be a secret, a question mark, or an unfinished sentence in his life. You were meant to be the moment that forced him to choose truth over comfort. Whether he steps forward now or later, one thing is already written. You changed him. You awakened something real. And real connections don't disappear quietly. Stay till the end of this journey, because what comes next is not about waiting anymore. It's about action, clarity, and a truth that can no longer stay hidden. Don't skip this, stay right here, because this is where the emotion reaches its peak. Something huge is waiting for you at the end. At this point, he is no longer asking himself if he feels something for you. He already knows the answer. What keeps him awake now is what happens next. His heart has crossed a line his mind can't undo. Every day, he feels the weight of an unspoken truth pressing harder on his chest. He notices how pretending drains him, how forcing smiles costs him energy, how living half-honest makes him feel disconnected from himself. Don't skip, because this matters. You are not just a feeling to him anymore. You are clarity. And clarity is dangerous to a life built on avoidance. Stay till the end, because this is not about romance alone, it's about identity, courage, and the moment a person realizes they can no longer live as they once did. Don't skip now, because this part is intense. He has started imagining the consequences of never choosing you, and those thoughts scare him more than judgment ever could. He imagines years passing, opportunities lost, conversations never had, and a quiet regret growing louder with time. That picture hurts him deeply. Something huge is waiting for you, because here is the truth he hasn't shared with anyone. Losing you would not feel like losing an option. It would feel like losing the version of himself that finally felt alive. He knows that connections like this don't come twice. They don't knock again. They don't wait forever. Stay till the end, because the pressure you feel in this story is real, and it mirrors what's happening inside him right now. The closer he gets to this truth, the harder it becomes for him to keep living the same way. Stay with me, don't skip, because this is the turning point. He understands now that love without action turns into pain, and delay slowly turns into regret. You were never meant to stay in the background of his life. You were meant to stand at the center of a choice. And choices reveal character. Something huge is waiting for you, because whether he steps forward today or tomorrow, the truth has already changed him. You are not waiting in uncertainty for nothing. You are standing at the edge of a moment that demands honesty. Stay till the end of this journey, because what comes next is not about signs, confusion, or silence anymore. It's about what happens when a heart finally decides it can't lie to itself any longer. Don't skip, stay right here, because this is the moment everything tightens. Something huge is waiting for you at the end. Right now, he is standing face to face with his own truth, and there is no escape left. The noise in his head has gone quiet, replaced by one clear realization he can't shake anymore. He knows exactly who matters. He knows exactly what he's been avoiding. And the most powerful part is this: once a heart reaches clarity, it can never return to confusion. He feels it in the smallest moments, in pauses between conversations, in the emptiness that appears when you're not around. Don't skip, because this matters more than you think. You are no longer just someone he thinks about. You are the standard by which everything else now feels incomplete. Stay till the end, because this is where emotional truth becomes impossible to deny. Don't skip now, because this is intense. He has started noticing how everything else in his life feels heavier, slower, and dull compared to the feeling of connection he associates with you. And that contrast is painful. It forces honesty. He realizes that staying where he is would mean slowly numbing himself just to survive. Something huge is waiting for you, because here's the truth he's beginning to accept: peace doesn't come from maintaining appearances, it comes from alignment. And right now, his heart is no longer aligned with the life he's been protecting. You didn't break anything in him. You revealed what was already broken. Stay till the end, because this awareness is changing how he sees his future, his choices, and himself. Don't skip, stay with me. This is the quiet before the decision. He understands now that some connections don't arrive to stay silent forever. They arrive to demand honesty. You were never meant to be a lesson he ignores or a feeling he suppresses. You were meant to be the moment that forced him to wake up. Something huge is waiting for you, because whether he speaks today or tomorrow, the truth has already taken root. And truths like this don't fade. They grow. Stay till the end of this journey, because what comes next is not about waiting anymore. It's about what happens when the heart finally chooses to stop hiding. Don't skip this moment. Stay with me, because this is where the emotional weight becomes undeniable. Something huge is waiting for you at the end. Right now, he feels a quiet urgency he can't ignore anymore. Not panic, not chaos, but a deep inner pull telling him that time is no longer on his side. He realizes that some moments come only once, and if they pass, they never return in the same form. Every delay feels heavier now. Every day without honesty feels longer. Don't skip, because this is important. He understands that holding on to comfort is slowly costing him the one thing he can't replace: truth. And you represent that truth in its purest form. You didn't arrive loudly, but your presence changed the direction of his thoughts, his priorities, and his sense of what matters. Stay till the end, because this awareness is pushing him closer to action than he has ever been before. Don't skip now, because this part cuts deep. He is starting to feel the pain of imagining a future where you are no longer part of his life. Not because you left, but because he stayed silent too long. That thought shakes him. It creates a fear stronger than judgment, stronger than loss of approval. Something huge is waiting for you, because he is finally seeing that regret doesn't arrive loudly, it arrives quietly, years later, when it's too late to change anything. And that thought terrifies him. He knows that connections like this are rare, and losing one by hesitation would be a wound that never fully heals. Stay till the end, because this is not about fantasy anymore. It's about consequences, choices, and the cost of staying comfortable instead of being honest. Stay with me, don't skip, because this is the emotional breaking point. He understands now that love without courage slowly turns into pain. You were never meant to stay in uncertainty forever. You were meant to be answered, chosen, and acknowledged. Something huge is waiting for you, because whether he speaks now or later, the truth inside him is already louder than his fear. He is standing at the edge of a moment that will define him, not just as a partner, but as a person. Stay till the end of this journey, because what comes next is not about feelings anymore. It's about the moment when silence becomes impossible and the heart finally demands to be heard. Don't skip. Stay right here, because this is where everything becomes irreversible. Something huge is waiting for you at the end. At this stage, he is no longer confused, no longer debating, no longer pretending. What he feels now is pressure from truth itself. A truth that refuses to stay buried. Every quiet moment reminds him that some connections are meant to be chosen.